The fitness industry has been lying to you. And if you're over 40 and struggling to lose weight, it's not your fault. I'm Stephanie, owner of SPENGA here in Wheat Ridge, and in the next few minutes, I'm going to expose the biggest lie in fitness and show you exactly why everything you've been told about losing weight over 40 is completely wrong. But first, let me ask you something. How many times have you started a new diet or workout program only to quit a few weeks later? How many times have you looked in the mirror and wondered, where is my old body? Where did it go? How many times have you tried to eat less and move more only to feel more exhausted, more hungry, and more frustrated than when you started? If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. In fact, 95% of people over 40 who try traditional fitness programs fail. Not because they're lazy, not because they don't want it badly enough, but because they're following advice that's scientifically wrong for their age. And here's the lie you've all been sold. A calorie is a calorie, eat less, move more, age is just a number. This might have worked for you when you were 25. Your metabolism was fast, your hormones were optimized, you could party all night long and all weekend long and still lose weight. But your 40-year-old body, completely different game. Let me break down what's actually happening inside your body after 40. First, your metabolism has slowed down by about 5% per decade. That's not opinion, that's science. Second, your testosterone or estrogen levels start declining. For men, testosterone drops about 1 to 2% per year after 35. And for women, estrogen crashes during perimenopause. Third, your cortisol, your stress hormone, is probably through the roof. Work stress, family stress, financial stress, it all adds up. And fourth, your recovery time gets longer. You can't bounce back from intense workouts like you used to. So when some 35-year-old trainers tell you just to work out harder or have more discipline, they're literally asking you to fight against your own biology. No wonder you feel like you're fighting an uphill battle. 5 years ago, I hit a wall. I was doing everything right. Early morning workouts, strict eating, pushing through the fatigue, and yet my body felt heavier, my energy was low, and nothing seemed to be working the way it used to. I had just turned 35, and suddenly it felt like the rules had changed overnight. Around me, so many women were saying the same thing. I'm doing everything I can, and I still don't feel good in my body. That's when I realized it wasn't about effort, it was about approach. So I started learning everything I could about the science of women's bodies over 35. How strength training, proper recovery, and balanced nutrition actually work with your hormones instead of fighting against them. What I discovered changed my life. And eventually, it inspired me to build something that could help others feel strong, confident, and in control again. Here's what I discovered. After 40, it's not about doing more, it's about doing different. At SPENGA, there are 4 key things that we do to support women over 40. First, we focus on strength, not cardio. Over 40, building muscle isn't optional, it's essential. It keeps your metabolism strong, your joints protected, and your energy up. Second, we fuel our bodies, not deprive them. We use tools like the in-body scan to understand what your body actually needs. No guesswork, no fad diets. We guide you towards smart choices that support your hormones and your strength. Third, mobility matters. You need to think about the next 40 years, not just the next 4 weeks. So that's why we built in recovery and flexibility into every session to keep you moving well and pain-free. And finally, recovery isn't optional. Sleep, stress, rest, that's where the magic happens. You don't need to push harder. You need a plan that lets your body respond. So if you're stuck, tired, and doing everything right, but still not seeing results, it's not your fault. You're just not working with the right strategy for your body right now. And that's exactly what we've built here. This isn't a theory. Let me show you the results. Remember Zara? She lost 40 pounds, and so she finally feels like herself again. Her energy is back, her mindset has shifted, and she's showing up for herself in ways she hasn't in years. Chris lost 25 pounds, lowered his cholesterol, and got off blood pressure medication. He's feeling younger, stronger, and says SPENGA gave him control over his health. And Jamie, she said she used to hate working out, but now she comes in 5 days a week and felt amazing in her wedding dress. Strong, confident, and proud of her progress. And Laura gained noticeable strength until she could finally lift her suitcase overhead again, something that used to feel impossible. These aren't genetic freaks or people with unlimited time. They're regular people with regular lives who stopped following 25-year-old advice. Now I know what you're thinking. This is too good to be true. I get it. You've been burnt before. Or maybe you're thinking, I don't have time for another program. Well, here's the thing. This takes less time than what you're probably doing now. Or maybe you're worried about costs. And let me ask you this. What's it costing you to stay where you're at now? Your confidence, your health, your energy? Look, every month you wait is another month of fighting your body instead of working with it. And here's the truth. The longer you keep trying the same old strategies, the longer you stay stuck. We don't do cookie cutter here. This isn't a one-size-fits-all workout. It's a method built real people with real lives, shifting hormones and bodies that deserve better. So if you're ready to stop spinning your wheels, if you want a program that's designed for your body, your goals, and your schedule, click the link below. We'll answer a few quick questions and walk you through how to finally get the results that last. Spots for first-time sessions go fast, especially when we opened up the doors to offers like this. So if you're seeing this now, take it as your sign to stop waiting. Your 25-year-old self had her moment. This is about building strength and confidence. Click the link and let's finally get you the results you deserve. I'll see you soon.